Good Wednesday night, everybody. Welcome back to another video. It's been a hot minute, but I'm back. So, as of yesterday, I finally released my Everything's Eventual ranking and review. I filmed that dog a week ago today. So I'm like very behind on videos. So what I'm going to do tonight is give you guys 4 very quick reviews. So my first video in this set is going to be my long-awaited review on one of my all-time favorite movies that I've watched very frequently growing up. It's a classic supernatural comedy that is catered towards kids and adults alike. That movie is Ghostbusters. Yeah, I finally get to talk about this series on my channel. So, this was part of like a DVD box set. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the packaging and all that good stuff. So, this is obviously the first one. There's that. Ghostbusters 2, which you'll see very soon. And one thing I didn't even notice, I have like a movie scrapbook here. So it's got a lot of behind the scenes footage and some concept artwork. See, those were kind of like logos for the Ghostbusters in development. So thought this was a pretty cool find that I saw. But there's some of the original posters. And it's got like pictures of the cast and crew. But yeah, that's just a very small movie scrapbook. But moving on to the actual review. So, okay, that's much better. Ghostbusters was released in 1984, 5 years before I was born. So, this movie just celebrated its 40th anniversary. And let's talk about it. So, this is the story of 3 men who are into like the supernatural and paranormal activity realm, and they treat it as like a hobby. This stars Bill Murray, Bill Murray, who plays Peter Venkman. Harold Ramis plays Egon Spangler. Dan Aykroyd plays Ray Stantz. And very later on in this movie, you get introduced to Ernie Hudson, and he plays Winston Zeddemore. And that makes up the Ghostbusters. So, this movie starts off with a library haunt. And Ray, Peter, and Egon are conducting the investigation, and they see the ghost of a librarian. And the visual effects in here still hold up from 40 years ago. This ghost is really creepy and very terrifying. So I'll have like a picture up here on what she actually looks like, but it's really stellar CGI. And as the film progresses, these three guys are like out of a job and they have to find a way to actually support themselves. So they find like this old abandoned firehouse, and that becomes their headquarters for the Ghostbusters. And everybody knows the Ghostbusters car. I'll show it here. But the license plate says Ecto 1, and it's a hearse. One of the most famous cars in movie history. And this thing is really, really cool too. So, after an investigation at a hotel where we meet Slimer for the very first time, they capture the ghost, and that's how they become famous. So now it's up to the Ghostbusters to save New York from the rule of Zool and Gozer, which are two like Babylonian deities who possess Sigourney Weaver and Rick Moranis. So Sigourney Weaver is the love interest for Bill Murray, and I actually get their compatibility. But Rick Moranis is kind of like this shy accountant, and he always gets like locked out of his apartment, but he also gets possessed. And now they are in destroy the world mode. So it's up to the Ghostbusters to conjure up the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man to take out Gozer and Zool. And they also have this rule: do not cross the streams. It's an instant kill. Well, in the end, they do cross the streams, and there's a theory going around where them crossing the streams actually killed them, and Ghostbusters 2 is their afterlife. It's a very strange theory, but I'll get more into that when I talk about Ghostbusters 2. But I really do enjoy this movie quite a bit. It's a classic, obviously. And you can like literally have your kids watch it, and it's a perfect gateway horror movie. But it is aimed at young kids. This had a ton of merchandise, and it also had like a cartoon series in the 90s. It's just a timeless movie that'll still be popular 50 years from now. So I absolutely adore this movie, and overall I would give Ghostbusters 1984 an A+. This is a perfect movie, and I wouldn't do anything to change it. So those are my thoughts on Ghostbusters. So very soon you'll see my thoughts on Ghostbusters 2, but I also have 2 new releases that I want to talk about as well. So Ghostbusters 2 will be my 3rd video, but my next video is going to be my review on Kung Fu Panda 4. So stay tuned for that. And to wrap up the night, I'm talking about Imaginary. So lots of balancing around. But those are my thoughts on Ghostbusters 1984. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll keep on keeping on with more videos for you guys. So stay tuned. I'll see you in a sec. Adios. Peace.